like the whole old school style beat coming onto these around the bar videos. So right now it is 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Was not planning on doing around the bar the same way I was not planning on uploading anything over the past however long it's been since uploading. So first of all, if you guys have never seen this, around the bar is usually a video where we sit at a hypothetical bar and drink alcohol or whatever you guys want to drink, talk to each other. But like I said, 8 a.m. So I don't have a Bloody Mary. I have coffee. Genius at work. Sam won this at main event. So I was about to go. Woke up really early, obviously, to go finish up my adult stuff, like the tags and ID here in Texas, so that my car insurance rolls over or transfers over from North Carolina to Texas, since I didn't get it in Chicago, all that boring stuff. Then right before I left, I decided to check, to make sure that they're still open, and they're not. And it was about to be like a 30-minute drive. I was going to get there. They were going to be closed. That would have really sucked. So I'm glad I checked that. But in the meantime, I've wanted to find a time to do this video. And I say find a time like like my time is that important, but it's really not. Just a self-centered way of saying that. I've ever since I don't know, realized or decided that that daily vlogging was, not really ideal. It was not really, it took away all of the, the creativeness that I was trying to do. And I was really just, trying to pump out a video every single day, where that grind is easier to achieve. Like the feeling of being consistent and having that grind it's easier to achieve that, with streaming rather than uploading every single day. Where whenever I try to upload something, kind of like Vision, and upload something that I think, that I really liked editing or that I really liked producing in general, and put that on the channel. But I've really been struggling with that lately. I've been struggling with figuring out what to upload, especially since the last couple of videos that I've uploaded on this channel kind of have like a negative undertone to it, or like a cloud of awkwardness, I guess. And I kind of wanted to get past all of that, before I start uploading and start figuring out what I want to freaking do with this channel. I've written down tons of ideas about stuff that I want to do. Like, people seem to like the Flycast, and some people seem to like me whenever I'm a guest on the Optic podcast. So I figured, talking and conversing is something that people enjoy. So maybe I've been toying with the idea of doing like an interview series, where I interview, different people and just kind of have like a discussion, not really a podcast, because this isn't really a podcast. It's more of like a elongated vlog, and I don't know. Screw all the categories or whatever. But I feel like, having an interview series would be pretty cool, and interviewing people, inside and outside of the gaming scene, and even not even interviewing them, like talking about whatever it is they do, but, just chilling and chatting. I do want to get, if I'm going to do stuff like this, I do want to get a better mic, or a better camera, to produce stuff. I think it'd be cool to have like a DSLR up there, or one of the camcorders. That'd be pretty cool. And then also, like, I've been toying with the idea of uploading gameplay videos, but I've been working with Ariel and trying to work with some other people as well for edits, because it's kind of hard to edit game. I'm not really good at editing gameplay videos. I'm not really good. The two things that I feel like I'm really confident with, and that I do a decent job with editing, are like melancholy, like sad videos, and like hype videos. And that's basically why Vision is either just, hype or sad. Like my favorite videos are like the Goodbye Scuff House video, or like, you know, the hype moments in video or in Vision. So I feel like I'm pretty good at that, but editing either like feel good videos. Like I was watching a lot of Ellie, what's her name? She's like the best YouTuber right now. L Mills, L Mills. She's probably like she's she's the best YouTuber right now. I don't care what anybody says. Her videos are so feel good. They're so, you know, you just get happy. You know, like I see a bunch of people in the comments saying they cry. They you know, bring tears to their eyes. And whenever I watch her videos, I'm just like, dang, that's her editing style. I don't know if she edits them or whatever, but her editing and producing style is amazing. But I don't know if I could edit that way. I mean, I probably could, but it's just not where my brain initially takes me. Kind of getting sidetracked right now, but also, you know, with gaming videos, like the funny viral, like pop up, you know, or like, you know, typography style stuff. Whenever you say something funny, like I'm not really that good at stuff like that. You know, I could probably do it, but there's definitely other people that could do it better that I feel like I could work well with. So I don't know, gaming videos, possibly, you know, I don't know if it's like live comms, or I've even like toyed with the idea of like classic, like I don't want to say throwback Thursdays because everybody does stuff like that, but like, you know, imagine buying like an Xbox original and playing like Ratchet and Clank or Fusion Frenzy or Blitz the Time Sweeper. What's some other like classic games? Grand Theft Auto 1, I don't know. I don't know. Video game, like games like that, I feel like if you know, if I spent 2 hours, 3 hours recording and slimmed it down to like a 15-minute video, I feel like that would be pretty, you know, interesting to watch. I don't know. I just don't, I have actually recorded and tried to edit myself and sent it to 2 different editors to do like Fortnite live comms. And I can't, I've gotten the finished product back 3 times and I can't upload it. It's just the same thing that, you know, everybody else is doing, and I have the understanding that everyone else is doing it better. So it's just, I was watching it, I wasn't entertained, I wasn't happy with it, so I was like, I'm not gonna put that out there. I have to do something a little bit different. Like whenever I tried to upload gameplay at the Scuff House, it was like the split screen series. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. They did okay, but it was like, you know, myself and Bose did one episode, myself and Nick did another episode, and we just kind of sat down and played a game on a big screen, you know, split screen, how we used to do back when we were kids, and we just talked. And you know, that did pretty good. But again, that's, you know, that's focusing on my strong suits, which people want to see, which is you know, just conversing with people and talking. And so I don't know. I had a few other ideas as well, but I don't know. I don't know what, I know you guys, I'm not even going to ask because I know people want to see vlogs, but in you know, in all reality, the vlogs aren't really possible right now because it's kind of hit like a, you know, I'm not going to say like a weird time or like a lull, but you know, I don't really, everybody's doing their own thing really. You know, we're all in separate places. The only time we ever see each other is at the office doing like optic plays, or Aaron, Sam and I will go to lunch sometimes, and you know, hopefully I'll start going to the gym with everybody starting Monday, even though that's probably when I need to get my ID and tags and everything. But I don't know. It's hard to do vlogs. It's because I stopped doing vlogs because it felt forced. And even if I started doing vlogs here, it would feel forced. You know, I did vlogs when we first moved here because everybody was doing them and everybody was super excited about, you know, what was going on. But then things have kind of like, I don't know, things have kind of changed. I'm not blind. I saw all the comments in the Flycast, and you know, people it seemed like a big argument, not argument, but a big, uh, something that was brought to the attention of from a lot of people of the Flycast was the way that Nick was talking and like making excuses for stuff that he was doing um, and I can see where people are coming from with that. If you guys didn't watch the Flycast, Nick basically talks about how like he kind of wants to be in LA. Like a lot of people here want to be in LA. There's not a lot to do here, and yada yada yada. And he he hasn't been streaming because his computer didn't work, but now his computer works. He wants to stream, stuff like that. And people say that, Nick will always make excuses, and then he's bringing Hitch down because Hitch will make excuses, and Hitch wants to go to, or why do they want to go to LA? They just moved to Dallas. And, it all makes sense, to be honest. They're, being behind the scenes from a lot of that, especially in the Scuff House, there is an understanding of why, from my side, there's an understanding of why we are the way we are. Because, YouTube and social media and Twitch and it's all momentum. Momentum is what drives you, momentum is what it's really like everything in this scene and in this community. When I first started uploading vlogs every single day, I'd watch little by little, a couple thousand more views a video, and I'd watch my analytics go up. I watch how much money I was making go up, and in all reality, because I'd never made money before. I'd only worked at like Walgreens, barely full time, and then and then I started streaming, and I'd see subscribers counts go up. I'd see vision views go up, and then it's freaking amazing. And then slowly but surely, like people kind of stop losing interest because the new wave is over. The new wave of Hitch being an optic is kind of over, and Hitch streaming, Modern Warfare 2 is only exciting, for a little bit because everybody played it. So like the stream kind of died down, and then you start like wondering, well, what's next? What can we do next? And some people like never lose that momentum, and they continue to find ways to increase the momentum. Like what Jack's doing right now is unreal. And I knew he would do it. I literally knew he would do it. A guy came into my stream the day Jack got announced to going into being an optic, and he said, the Jack hype is cool, but 2 months from now, when he has 300 viewers in his stream, people are gonna forget that it was hype right now. And I was like, you that just said that, I expect you in my chat 3 months from now apologizing because I knew that guy was gonna kill it. He's like he has the work ethic of Big T and the entertainment value of Scump. Like he's the professionalism of the most professional person. Like he's an all around great guy and a hard worker and an entertaining person, and he genuinely loves the community and he loves the people in it. He loves the Twitter trolls and all the way up to the the highest possible like CEOs of companies. He loves everybody. So it worked out perfectly, and that grind is inspirational, really, to be honest. But that being said, taking it back to the original point, Jack has been wanting this forever. He's been wanting to get out of that corporate environment and just make content, just entertain. That's what he wants to do, and he wants to stream 12 hours a day, and he wants to make videos and be a streamer. And that's what he does. He goes into his room, he locks himself in there, and he entertains for 12 hours. And then, the next day he might wake up a little early to go into the office, shoot a video, maybe go to the gym, maybe get some lunch, and then he's back streaming. and it works perfectly. This environment is perfect for that kind of thing. But nobody else here has really gained success through that kind of grind. You know, everybody else has been, they've been pro players or they've been YouTubers, and here, like you got to think, like, the people that got big in Optic off of like the Minecraft years, well, they're not here anymore, and like those were really the only people that got big off of streaming. You know, I think the people that are big in Optic are that way because of YouTube or because of esports, and the grind doesn't really, you know, make sense, I guess. And I'm not saying all this to, you know, make excuses for anybody, because there's no, you know, there's not any excuse. I'm just saying, like, I can see both sides of everything. I think an environment where we're all together and we're all clicking, like when Optic clicks, especially the Scuff House guys, like when we were clicking and in the Scuff House, things were booming, like booming. I was looking at old videos on the Nation channel and old videos on like Bose's channel and Mike's channel. Like Mike had a 1 million viewed video with Pomage, and you know, that's the kind of stuff that you know, not saying we can't do it, because we can. It's possible. It just doesn't flow naturally, and kind of sucks. And I guess, you know, in Nick's mind and in some other people's mind, a house would change that. A house in LA where we can collab with other people. I mean, it makes sense. I doubt it's going to happen. I doubt, you know, I mean, if they do it individually, I guess they're gone. You know, and I don't know how that would work, but I don't know. It's interesting. So, you know, obviously the confliction of what to put on my channel and what to put on personal channels isn't just a me thing. You know, all the other guys, or a lot of the other guys, are having the same thing go through their mind. Take a sip of coffee. One thing that did happen this week was Roger came and visited. You guys don't know who Roger is. He was hired on to No Scope. Like, he was like the first hire. He was, you know, people, they asked me as soon as it started, as soon as I found out what No Scope was and I was being hired to it, they were like, "Who else do you want?" And I said, "This guy is going to be the first hire. Like, it has to be him, because, you know, nobody understands the scene like he does." Or he understands the scene, basically. So, you know, obviously with all the struggles that have been going down on the channel lately, you know, they said, you know, let's bring somebody in and help us out. And Roger was that guy. So he came in. He said, you know, probably the best thing that we should do is do an Optic plays that makes sense, that our fans want to see, because right now they've either bombed or it's been that one gang beast video. You know, some of them might have been entertaining at some points, but they still, you know, didn't do too well view wise. And because in Roger, you know, came in and he was like, we should give the fans what they want. And I was like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, Roger, let's go, baby. But where he destroyed me personally is he made one of those things that one of those Optic Plays series. He made it Modern Warfare 2, 2v2 Modern Warfare 2. And so I went in. I hadn't played Modern Warfare 2 since, you know, the throwback tournament that Jack and I ran in August. So it's been a while. And I held that Xbox 360 controller and I spawned into High Rise and I ran around with a UMP, and my heart just started throbbing, man. I fell back in love. Why would he do that to me? Why? It's just like, it's just the best. Like, it's just the, I can't, I've never like understood, like, I've never had, there's some people have that game. Like, Like, listen to this, man. How do you not? I can't even hear it. Oh, doesn't that just? I have heard this soundtrack like a million times. I've nerdily enough, and a lot of people in our like in the COD community especially don't have that game, that they just like, this is the game. This is the game I grew up on. This is the best game of all time. This game just makes me happy no matter what. That's the big thing about the Melee community, is that they just love their game. They love listening to the characters. They love the challenges. They love the soundtrack. They love the maps. They love the glitches of the game. They love everything. And that's how I am with Modern Warfare 2. Like, that's why when people talk about One Man Army Noob Tube, you don't remember how bad it was. I'm like, yeah, I do. I remember how bad it was, but I don't care. Like, I really don't care, because the mechanics of this game is the best mechanics in COD history. The perks, the maps, the game types, it's all the best in my opinion. And look at me, like, look how nerdy. Listen to how nerdy I am. Thanks, Roger. Like, damn it. I thought I had gotten over this, but I haven't. So I played those two optic plays, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for them to come out. But even more so than that, I came home and I was like, now all I want to do is play Modern Warfare 2. Like, I really don't want to do that. Especially with all this like Modern Warfare 2 remastered hype coming around. Even though it honestly, it's looking like it's not happening, which sucks. That really, really blows. They had Activision had this live stream randomly where the guy was on there like, like he grabbed like he talked about Call of Duty a lot. He said, don't believe everything you hear on the internet, which is the day after Charlie Intel tweeted that there's no Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer. So don't believe everything you hear on the internet. And then he took down the night vision goggles on from Modern Warfare 2, and people were just like, oh, it's happening. And then some people leaked that the game was coming out or the game was being announced like 2 days ago, by the end of the month or whatever. And just the more that people get hype, the quieter Activision gets. I'm just like, maybe it'll happen, but it's just not going to happen anytime soon, which really sucks, man. Like, if they would have announced it, I would have immediately gone and gotten, the cool ass transitions for streaming and really decked my stream out and I would have grinded the shit out of that, because that's my game. Like, that's when people think what I like people know how biased I am towards Drake and how biased I am towards Modern Warfare 2. It's like, you can't win an argument with me talking about Modern Warfare 2, because I'm never changing my mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's the best game. It's the best game. It's not only the best Call of Duty, it's the best game of all time. And if you get mad at that, like, that's cool. You can get mad at it, but I wouldn't get mad at you talking about a best game of all time. Unless you're Hex saying that Modern Warfare Remastered is the best game, because then you're just dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like the worst COD of all time. But one thing that, I've been on the Call of Duty Reddit a lot, over the past couple of days, just seeing if anything is getting announced. And I saw that there's somebody said, well, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered might not be coming out, but you can still play this. And there's a mod for Modern Warfare 2 on PC where they uncap the frame rate. So you can play, I'm playing on like 200 FPS, which I've never even seen before. The highest I've ever played on is 60. Because I think the cap on PC Modern Warfare 2 in general is just 60. I don't know. That it could be a lot. That could be such a lie. But I think even when I played on PC before, I was playing on 60 FPS. So you uncap the frame rate. You can change the field of view. Look like you're holding your gun way out here. and they get rid of stuns, they get rid of noob tubes. The game is like the highest quality graphics wise, and there's just a lot of cool shit that you can do on this like mod of Modern Warfare 2. If you guys have ever heard of Project M, they made like Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and they modded it so that it played more like Melee. And that's kind of like what they did with Modern Warfare 2. They took Modern Warfare 2 and they fixed it basically. They they in some servers there's only one stun, and some servers there's no stuns, and there's hardly any noob tubes in any servers. They added like some guns from old Call of Duties. There's maps from old Call of Duties. There's Nuketown in it. Like it's really crazy. I'm toying with the idea of uploading a game with it, or like uploading a video talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and playing. It's called IW2X or IW4X, something like that. I can't even remember. See if I can find it. Yeah, IW4X. It's a lot of fun, man. I was having a blast. I downloaded it I downloaded it. What is it, like a night or 2 nights ago, and I downloaded it at like 1 a.m. and I ended up not going to bed until 4:30 because I was playing it all night. My aim got pretty dope on the PC too. I don't know. It's just I hop on that game and I just have so much fun. The only problem is that there's probably like 150 to 175 people online at a time. So there's like 2 to 3 servers that you can play in, and people will join up. So and one of them is like a Terminal 24/7. And as much as I love Terminal, like I can only play Terminal TDM back to back like 4 times, and then that's it for me. That's enough Modern Warfare 2 for me. So I don't know, man. If they remaster that game, or when they remaster it, no matter when it is, it's gonna be crazy. But I got my hope. I kind of played myself because I got my hopes up when I repeatedly said that I wasn't gonna get my hopes up. I said it so many times. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Like, I don't know. But what else could Activision do to compete with Fortnite? Like, what else is anybody gonna do? Everybody's getting shit on right now, like destroyed. You can't even compete with it, man. Like and also if the next thing that comes out with Activision, like obviously they just supply drop this, supply drop that. Like I hope there's a way you can get supply drops, but also like the Fortnite way as well, where it's like you just buy, if you want that you can buy it, like you buy it. Like the supply drop shit, man, it's getting so old. Like it first it was buy the game, that's how you get your money. Then it was buy the game and then we'll put DLC. DLC is where you get the real money. DLC and then season passes is where you get the real money. And then it was DLC and then supply drops, like microtransactions, and then you'll get like these cool ass guns, and then you're like, oh wait, everybody hates microtransactions, so let's just make especially like with randomizing guns, so now we'll make it so everything is only aesthetic, like only your gun like camos change, it doesn't change the actual stats of the gun. And then they were like, then they realized that everybody hated that too, because people are getting guns like if you're getting all this stuff from supply drops and there's no way to trade for camos like with players, like it doesn't make any sense, because then you can literally never get the camo you want, and it's a game that you like that's so stupid. I'm not gonna spend and I've actually spent because I thought, I'm doing content, it would be cool if I had cool stuff. I actually spent $100 on World War II on supply drops, and I got nothing, not anything good. Like, what? $100? Like, imagine if that was like a kid, like somebody who his mom gave him $100 for his birthday to go get supply drops, and he's like 13. And he's like, $100? Holy like, I'm about to have the coolest stuff ever. And he gets 9,000 pistol grips. What? what? Like at that point, you literally like at least pretend to care about your fans, you know, or about your players. Like at least like Jesus. I think that was like one of the biggest issues with the game. It's just they just don't care. It just seems like they did not care about anything. Like they just made a game they want to make and then, you know, filled in what they wanted, like filled in the requirements they needed to from Activision and then just released that shit. And then it was the worst launch ever. I don't know. Do you guys think, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered would, you know, help? Like, or do you think it would compete with Fortnite or do you think it's just, I don't know. Do you think it's just too far gone? Because I've heard like rumors that their Activision like billions of dollars down in the stocks in the stock market right now or whatever. Like their company worth is just plummeted because of Fortnite and because of how bad World War II ended up being. Like I don't even know how many people are on World War II anymore. Like 3,000 or something. Jesus, how bad is that? There's probably a lot more than 3,000. It's probably like 30,000. I don't know. I have no idea. But regardless, it's bad. But Black Ops 4, who knows what'll happen? I'm sure it's going to be a jet. For some reason, I'm not getting my hopes up for Black Ops 4 because I think it's going to be a jetpack game, and I don't know why I think that. But because I haven't heard that from anybody. I really haven't. I just have this gut feeling like something always is gonna go wrong. Like nothing is ever gonna be like perfect. I don't know. Like I don't know if you guys saw that Super Smash Brothers. I keep talking about Smash, but it's just always what I relate everything to. You know, as far as gaming wise. I don't know if you guys saw the Smash reveal for the Switch, but it was probably the best reveal that I've ever seen in my life. Like definitely in my, I don't know. I mean, the Last of Us 2 reveal was up there, but I mean, still, if you guys haven't seen it, it starts out, there was like this big convention for Nintendo. And they just talked about new things that were going to happen that year. And then at the very end of the stream, they said, that's going to do it. And then the other guy said, wait, we have one more announcement. And then they go straight into the original Splatoon trailer. You know, the trailer for the first Splatoon for the Wii U. And so initially people are like, oh, so Splatoon 1 is coming to the Switch. That's pretty cool. And then towards the end of the trailer, it turns into something totally different, which is crazy to begin with. Like, so that means somebody went back to the session where they edited the trailer for Splatoon and they stopped it at one part and completely changed the end of it. Like that's crazy. And that game came out what, 4 years ago? So they did that, and the one of the Splatoon characters, I've never played the game, so that she stops and then it gets dark everywhere, and then behind her is a big ball of fire, and she turns around and then it zooms in on her eyeball and you see the Smash logo and she's looking at the Smash logo, and so then, you know, and then it's like this eerie noise, and then there's a row of characters standing in front of the big ass ball of fire, and then it zooms in on a face of Mario, and it zooms in on a face of Link, and you can't really see their faces because it's like dark, and there's just this ball of fire behind them, so it's like, you know, I don't know, they're just like a silhouette, and then it goes into Super Smash Brothers. It was like, and nobody knew it was coming. So there's so many cool things in that. First of all, it says that the Splatoon characters are going to be characters in Smash. And then also Mario wasn't just regular Mario. It was the Odyssey Mario, which is the Mario on the Switch. And then it was the Link. The Link wasn't regular Link. It was Link from Breath of the Wild, which, you know, was on the Switch as well. So it says it's coming to the Switch. And also they, you know, the fact that it's Super Smash in the first place, like and nobody knew it was coming, and it's just like, imagine the day that, you know, Modern Warfare, I'm like, imagine if COD did something cool like that. Like, I don't know, like, just in the middle of something, like, I don't even know how you would do it with Call of Duty. Like, just have a DLC, like a World War II DLC trailer, and then at the very end, enemy nuke, well, enemy nuke incoming, you know, or something like, I don't know. Like, I actually watched a compilation video. It was like a 45-minute long video of people in the Nintendo scene and in the Smash scene, Splatoon scene, like Mario scene. Like, they were watching the reveal, and every single time it got dark and like you see the ball of fire, which ended up being the Smash logo, every single time I knew that the person that I was watching had no idea what was about to happen. And I got like so happy. It was like 45-minute video. It was like 13 different people reacting or like reacting live. It was like a compilation. And every single time it got dark, I smiled and I was laughing and I got like tears in my eyes. And they were like tears of joy. It was like, first of all, it was like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I'm like tired and I'm just like browsing the internet, and I'm just like so happy for these people because that's their game, you know, like whether you're a Halo guy, whether you're a COD guy, whether you're a CS guy, like these are Nintendo guys, these are Smash people, and this is their moment. You know what I mean? Like how our moment is whenever the new COD is being announced and whenever the multiplayer trailer comes out, like that's our day. This was theirs, and the fact that they had no idea what was coming, they had no idea how cool. Like at first, everybody's just like, Splatoon? Oh, Splatoon 1's coming to the Switch. Wait, what? And then they're like, wait, no way. Could you imagine if this is Smash? And then it hits them, and then they just freak out, like, oh my God. Like, it's so nerdy, but it's so good. It makes me so happy. And I was literally like tearing up, and I don't know why. And then I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I'd look around like, why am I getting teary-eyed? And then I'd like do this, and I'd be like, all right, I'm good. And by the time I would get to that part, the next compilation was already playing, and somebody was like, wait, Splatoon 1? And then I'd get happy again and start crying. I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't know. It's so good, man. I feel like everything in life right now for me is just like watching other things just kill it, just crush it. Like Call of Duty, shit is sucking right now. But in Fortnite, everything's blowing up. So we're all the COD kids, you know, are just like, wow, it'd be so cool to compete again and not have to play, you know, the one game that everybody's playing right now. Even though they're doing everything right, like they're killing it, but like, geez, why does our game have to suck? And then me over here, like on content wise, I'm just like, you know, I'm so lost about what to do. I'm so lost about what to stream. I'm lost about what to play. I'm lost about what to upload. And then I'm just like, holy shit. Fucking Jack is killing it. Ninja's destroying it. You know, all these other people are just like crushing it, and I'm not jealous at all. They deserve it, and I couldn't be happier for all of these people. But I'm just like lost right now. I don't know. I'm just lost about pretty much like everything. I don't know. Like it just seems like I have to figure out. You know, I have to figure some stuff out. Figure out what the next thing is, and then you know, content wise on our channel or like the Nation channel, it's just like, oh damn, like, well, what should we do, you know? And just watching other people kill it when we used to be the ones that were killing it. It's just, I don't know. I'm waiting for something to come around, you know. One stream is gonna pop off, one video is gonna pop off, and then we'll start to build that momentum that we were just talking about, and really get the shit popping, man. Like I'm incredibly lucky. I'm super blessed to be in the position that I am, and I've killed it in the past. I'm ready to kill it again, man. Ready to knock this shit out of the park, but. That's gonna do it for Around the Bar. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Some water, some coffee, maybe some OJ, or if you're watching this at night, maybe you popped in like a little vodka Red Bull, something like that. I don't know. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, butt grease.